What's up, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Bronson Williams. Um, it's my first time doing like a real YouTube video. Showing my face and whatnot, just talking. What I'm gonna start doing here is talking about sports and whatnot. I have a lot of opinions about things that go on in the sports world. I'm an avid sports fan. I watch all sports: basketball, football, soccer. And hey, even some hockey sometimes, I dabble in it all. So I'll be uploading videos, kind of talking about big events going on in sports, big topics in sports. Just kind of stuff that's going on right now, and that'll pretty much be it. I just started to do this. I just had the idea. I do it a lot. I go on YouTube and listen to other people talk. So I figure, hey, I have a lot of time on my hands right now. So, I'll talk too. I got opinions too. So I'll express them. Excuse my room. I just got back from school. Haven't really got to unpacking yet. Still kind of being lazy. So, but anyway, that's another story. Let's get into this talking or whatever, right? So let's talk about this Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao fight that just came this past weekend. I'm not really a boxing fanatic like that. I watch it if it's on. I'm that type of guy. Not really like super big into it, but if it's on, I'll watch it. Wanted to see this fight. I've seen a few Floyd Mayweather fights. I've kind of been following him since, like, I would say my junior year in high school. After when he fought Victor Ortiz, that's kind of when I start kind of getting into Floyd Mayweather and in boxing in general. Just because he's entertaining, he talks a lot of crap and he backs it up too. So I kind of start getting into him. I wouldn't say I'm a big Floyd Mayweather. I guess I'm a Floyd Mayweather fan. But any opinions that I have in regards to this sports stuff, man, is completely objective. I have no bias in sports. The only thing I'm biased about is Ohio State. That's it. Other than those guys, man, and even with them, I'm going to be real. I'm going to have real opinions. I'm a sports fan. I'm not a team fan. I'm not a person fan. I'm strictly a sports fan. I love sports. So, yeah, let's get into this fight. So I watched the fight or whatever, and some people think that Manny Pacquiao won that fight. Manny Pacquiao didn't win that fight. It wasn't even close. People say Floyd ran. Well, if you go back in history and watch all of Floyd's fights, they all look like that. The only fight where he did not run is against Marcos Maidana, and Marcos Maidana. That fight could have went either way. I would say towards the 7th round of that Maidana fight is when Floyd kind of started to take over. And that's when he kind of took control of the fight, and from then on it was pretty much all Floyd. But one of the judge had that fight like, it was draw or whatever, and Floyd ended up winning the majority decision. But it could have went either way. Maidana got up and close to him. Threw 80, 90, 100 punches around. He did what he had to do to win the fight. Floyd's just a magician, though. I mean, he's a defensive master. His defense is, no one has cracked the code yet, the May Vinci code, if you will. So, he came out victorious. And so they got Manny Pacquiao, right? People talk about Manny Pacquiao for years. Talked about how Floyd was scared of him, and Floyd don't win Manny Pacquiao, even running, even ducking the dodge and whatnot. And so what does Floyd do? Manny Pacquiao puts out all these commercials, talking all this stuff. Oh, he's gonna fight me. He's gonna fight me. And pretty much, some say shame Floyd into taking the fight. I don't think I go that far. I think Floyd Mayweather was pissed off because, from his view, he's 40. What was he? 47-0, whatever. He's fought everybody that they've put in front of him. He's fought the top fighters at each time or whatever. I mean, he fought After he fought Ortiz, he fought uh I want to say it. That's when he fought Maidana. I'm not for sure, but he did the Maidana fight not once. He did it twice. Beat him both times. Fought Canelo Alvarez, and Canelo was undefeated. He was supposed to be on the top, welterweights in the division or whatever. He beat Shane Mosley. Floyd fought him. Floyd made him look like crap. He made him look like trash. It wasn't even close. Now that fight I did watch. I watched that fight from the beginning to the end at school, and that wasn't even close. You couldn't even say that Canelo. It was. I don't even think Canelo won a round. Floyd made him look like an amateur. Canelo couldn't touch him. Couldn't hit him. They put Canelo in front of Floyd. Floyd made him look like trash. That's when he fought Maidana after he fought Canelo. He fought Maidana, yeah. Canelo. I mean, not Canelo, but Maidana. Put Maidana in front of him. Maidana gave him a fight. Floyd still came out on top. It's that defensive style that the smarts, to be able to make adjustments in the ring and come out victorious. Fought Maidana twice. Then who did he fight after Maidana? I think it was just Pacquiao, and they put Pacquiao in front of him. That's what happens. He beats Pacquiao. People say he was running. He wasn't running. That's his style. He's a defensive fighter. He's not gonna stand toe to toe to you. He's not gonna stand toe to toe with you and brawl. That's not his style. That's not what he does. He is a defensive fighter. He's gonna move his head move. He's gonna, use the ring to his advantage, and he's gonna pick you apart. He's a counter puncher. He's gonna, bob and weave, if you will. So, no, that Pacquiao fight, it wasn't close at all. I just don't see how people can say that Manny Pacquiao won that fight, man. It just even the average boxing fan, just a casual boxing fan, I'm sitting watching the fight with these guys. A lot of them, this is their first time even watching a fight. One of my friends, it was his friend's house, and he just wanted to see the fight. He never seen Floyd box before, never seen Manny box before. He just wanted to see the fight because it was such a big event. And as the fight's going on, I'm like, he asked everybody in the room, who's winning the fight? Everybody said Mayweather. And these are all just casual boxing fans. Some of them, this is their first fight. So you can't sit here and tell me that this man, Pacquiao, won this fight, man. He didn't win the fight. Now, what I did not like, okay, he loses the fight or whatever. What I did not like is when they interviewed him after the fight, he's he's being a sore loser. I'm like what? I thought I won the fight. You thought how did you think you won that fight, man? He couldn't even lay a hand on. Come on, man. There's no way. And then at the press conference or whatever, he's talking about, his shoulder was messed up. Excuses, man. Like, why can't you just take the L and move on? Excuses. What's up with the excuses, man? He's supposed to be the people's champion or whatever. He's supposed to be for the people, whatever. You can't take a loss. He talked all that God stuff leading up to the fight, and I mean, I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. But you can't. There's nothing wrong with, speaking out on your faith and whatnot. The problem comes into play when, okay, you're condemning another person for things that they've done in their life that are wrong, and you're acting like you've been perfect or whatever. Not even really from Pacquiao, but just from the media. Media just bashed Floyd the whole time. This whole, week leading up to the fight. They bringing up his past and whatnot. They talking about the domestic violence cases he got charged for and whatnot. was like 5 different times he got charged with domestic violence. Okay, I mean, okay, nah, there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying I'm condoning domestic violence at all. That's, I'm an only child. I live with I was raised by my mother. If anybody put their hands on my mom, it'd be a wrap. What I'm saying is that, how was that relevant to the fight? How was Floyd Mayweather's criminal history relevant to a boxing match? Especially stuff that's happened years ago. Dude, we're not talking about something that's recent. This is happening years ago. Years ago. And you're bringing this up during the fight? I read something like Floyd, it was like 3 reporters that did really hard, stories or whatever against Floyd because of the domestic violence. And he, got their credentials revoked or whatever, so they couldn't get in. And I can't really say I disagree with him. Like, how I'm about to fight one of the biggest fights. I'm about to fight the biggest fight of my career, and all we're focusing on is, my criminal history and whatnot. And I mean, people go look up Pacquiao's history, man. This dude he wasn't always all Jesus all the time, and that's what I'm saying. Just, it's not fair. You got to be fair. You can't be biased because somebody has a history. You got to be fair to both people. And I didn't think that was right how they did Floyd. And then with the whole excuses, shoulder, whatnot, and Floyd said he'd give him a rematch or whatever. He texted Stephen A. Smith like, hey, if he wants it again, he can get it again. And then today, Floyd's like, he changed his mind and whatnot. And so I had to think about that. I was like, I'm like, come on, man, Floyd, make up your mind. But I thought about it some more, and I'm like, I can't really say I have a problem with that, because he can't win. I've never seen anybody in my life who's done everything right pretty much as a professional, in his sport. He's undefeated. He's promoted his fights, all of them. He's talked a lot of crap, backed it up, and he's still condemned. They wanted him to fight Cotto. He fought Cotto. They wanted him to fight Maidana. He fought Maidana, beat him. They wanted him to fight Maidana again, beat him twice. They wanted him to fight Canelo. Canelo's undefeated, beat him, made him look like garbage. Easy work. Easy work. Okay. And they still criticize him. Oh, he ain't fought Pacquiao yet. Well, he fights Pacquiao, dismantles him, makes him look like trash, and they still criticize the man. So I had to think, from Floyd's perspective, it's like he can't win. What is he gonna gain from fighting Manny Pacquiao again? First of all, it wasn't an exciting fight. It was a Floyd Mayweather fight. He was in a defensive stance. He picked him apart. He used his reach advantage. He had like a 72-inch reach advantage or something like that, Pacquiao was like a 69 or something like that, He moved around the ring, and that was it. 12 rounds. That's a wrap. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see that again. It'll be the same result. Floyd's not going to change his style just because of who the fighter is, just because it's Manny Pacquiao. It's not going to happen. So yeah, I can't really say I disagree with him not wanting to do the rematch. Cause I wouldn't want to do it either, man. I done everything. I done accomplished everything in the sport. I got 5 belts, 5 different weight classes. I done fought everybody that y'all wanted me to fight. Y'all just want to see me lose. People just wanted to keep fighting. They would have this man fight till he was 55 years old if they could, and he could break all the records in the record book of being undefeated. And people still wouldn't be satisfied with this man. Still wouldn't be satisfied. Can't do nothing right. Just because of his attitude and whatnot and his ego and stuff like that. It's called promoting fights, man. You see this last fight, he didn't say nothing at all. He didn't say a word, hardly. He gave Manny Pacquiao all the respect. Said he was a great fighter and whatnot. He didn't talk no type of crap. Can't make people happy, man. Won't be satisfied. So, that's my thoughts on that. First video. So, like, share, comment, whatever. There'll be more to come. All right.